Assalamualaikum everyone.
Waalaikumsalam, Alia.
Welcome to today's discussion, the role of history in education. You might be thinking, history? Really? But trust us, this is not your typical history lesson. Today, we are going to explore how history shapes who we are, how we think, and why it's so important for students today.
Exactly, Alia. We're going to dive into why history is more than just dates and names. It's about shaping our critical thinking, understanding our identity, and even looking at things through an Islamic perspective to create a more inclusive future.
And let's not forget, history is not just about the past. It's a bridge to understanding the present and the future. When we know where we have been, we are way better at figuring out where we are going. Let's break it down.
So, why should history be a core part of education? To put it simply, it's how we make sense of the world around us. Think about it. Studying something like the Industrial Revolutions isn't just about learning how machines change the world. It's about understanding how those machines reshape society, economy, and even people's daily lives.
And when we talk about history, it's not just about looking at the past with nostalgia. It's about connecting the dots to today. Take the fall of the Soviet Union. On the surface, it might seem like just another geopolitical event, but studying it gives us insight into modern power struggle, economic system, and even global tensions that are still affecting us today.
Exactly, Shaf. History is like a giant puzzle. When you learn about key events like world wars or major political movements, you begin to see how they influence what's happening in the world right now. Without that historical context, we'll be kind of lost in the present.
True, Nani. And let's not forget, the real power of history is in the lessons it teaches us. It's not just memorizing facts or dates. It's about asking the big questions. Why did this happen, and what can we do differently? And those questions don't just help us learn history, they help us navigate life.
It's all about critical thinking. History gives us a lens to analyze our world, so we can make a better decisions in the future.
Now, let's talk about something that always grabs attention: the rise and fall of civilization. History often reads like a mystery novel. There's drama and lesson to be learned from how society crumbled or thrived.
Exactly, Nani. Take the Roman Empire for example. Sure, they faced invasion from outside forces, but their downfall was not just about external threats. It was also about internal instability, corruption, political fragmentation, and the inability to adapt to change. That's a lesson we can't ignore today.
And the Mayan civilization. People often think they just disappeared, but the reality is they faced environmental challenges like drought, which pushed their society to break. They were facing climate issues just like we are today.
And that's why history is such an amazing teacher. It's not just about the past, it's about spotting patterns that we can apply today. If we understand why civilizations fell, we can make better decisions now to prevent similar mistakes in our societies.
Right, Alia? And it's also about reflection. Why did things fall apart? What can we learn from the Roman Empire or the Mayans to solve this problem, like climate change and political instability?
Yeah, you are right, Nani. Learning from history means we are not doomed to repeat it. The more we understand past failure, the smarter we get about handling our modern challenge.
Alright, let's switch gears a little and talk about something that's near and dear to all of us, which is identity. History doesn't just tell us about the world, it tells us who we are. It connects us to our culture, our roots, and helps us understand how we fit into the bigger picture.
You are right, Alia. When you study the history of Muslim civilization, you get this incredible sense of cultural pride. From Al-Andalus to the Mooric Empire, Muslim societies have been at the forefront of knowledge, science, and the arts. It shows us how connected humanity really is.
Totally. And think about the struggle for independence in places like Malaysia. That's not just a political struggle, it's about identity. It's about how a nation fights to define itself, to understand who they are as a people, and to stand strong in their own values.
And it's not just about the pride in our own identity, but it's all about learning to appreciate other cultures too. History helps us understand how diverse cultures shape each other. Learning about other societies makes us more empathic, more open-minded, and more global in our thinking.
Exactly, Zufa. You are such a genius. For Muslims, history also helps us connect to our faith. The stories of Prophet Muhammad SAW are not just religious tales. They are about resilience, justice, and standing up for what's right. The Prophet's example of overcoming oppression in Mecca is a timeless lesson in perseverance.
And then, when you look at the contribution of early Islamic scholars like Imam Bukhari, who travel far and wide to collect hadith, it's a reminder that history is also about the pursuit of knowledge, truth, and the importance of learning from diverse sources. Now, let's zoom in on history from an Islamic perspective. The Quran itself encourages reflection on the past, reminding us to learn from previous generations. In Surah Yusuf, it says, "In their stories, there are lessons for those of understanding." So, history is not just a list of events, it's a tool for gaining wisdom.
I love that. And let's not forget how inclusive Islamic history is. Scholars like Al-Masudi didn't just focus on the Islamic world. They looked at the entire world, studying different civilizations and learning from everyone. This openness to knowledge is something that shaped the Islamic Golden Age.
Exactly, Nani. The House of Wisdom in Baghdad wasn't just a place for Islamic scholars. It was a meeting point for intellectuals from all cultures. Scholars from the Arab world, Persia, Greece, India, and beyond came together to share knowledge. It shows us how learning is a universal pursuit, and history is a shared human journey.
And that's the beauty of history from an Islamic lens. It's about not just our story, but the story of all humanity. The wisdom of scholars like the Ibn Khaldun, who understood the cyclical nature of human societies, still resonates today. History isn't just about memorizing events, it's all about understanding those events and applying those insights. So let's wrap it up. History is way more than just the past. It's our key to understand the present and shaping the future. It gives us the critical thinking skills, empathy, and awareness we need to navigate life in the modern world.
Exactly, Zulfa. Through history, we connect to our identities, learn from past mistakes, and discover how inclusive and interconnected humanity really is. History teaches us that we are all part of a bigger story, and it's up to us to write the next chapter.
History is a tool we can use every single day to reflect, to learn, and to grow. It's not just about remembering the past, it's about applying those lessons to create a better future.
You are right, Adia. Embrace history and it transforms how you see yourself, others, and the world around you. It's not just about learning, it's about growing.
What is history, everyone? History is the foundation of education and
The blueprint for the future.
thank you!
Without that, history could...
So we can make a better